everybody, so welcome to another video. We're going to do a little bit of free flowing today, so I'm not sure where we're going to end up or where it's going to take us, but hopefully we'll create a lot of energy and a lot of heat in the body, leaving it feeling nice and energized, motivated and stretched out for the rest of your day. So we'll begin in a nice kneeling position. So when you're ready, coming down to the mat, taking the sit bones back to the heels, resting the hands on the thighs. If it's not comfortable for you in kneeling, you can take Sukhasana, easy seated pose, or you can place a cushion under the sit bones. But just gently close off the eyes, relax through the shoulders and begin to connect to the breath, arriving on your mat, setting yourself up for your practice. So just slowing everything down. Nice deep inhales, nice long exhales. Try to clear the mind of anything that doesn't serve you, anything that you don't need for your yoga practice. Just try and get that mind nice and clean. As we inhale, we're going to fill our lungs all the way up to the very top. As we exhale, feel that softness envelop the body as we exhale every last drop. Keep relaxing through the shoulders and keep growing nice and tall through the crown of the head. And I want you to also actively bring your awareness to your core. So just begin to draw that navel in towards the spine. So we're making this area here narrower. So we're not letting everything hang out. We're keeping everything nice and controlled, nice and locked in. So this is one of the yogic bandhas, your Uddiyana bandha. And let's try and keep this awareness going throughout our practice. So I want you to always come back to this core element, making sure that you've not forgotten about it and making sure we've got some activity going on in that core midline of the body. So just gently blinking the eyes open, let's begin to release off through the shoulders. So interlace your hands, pressing them away, rounding through the spine, chin comes to chest. Inhale, press your hands forward, lift them up. Hug your lower ribs in, relax through the shoulders. Belly comes to spine. Keep pressing through the hands, and then as you exhale, float your hands around behind you. Again, interlace, this time stretch away, so keep lifting. I want you to really feel your collarbone, your shoulders, your chest, all expanding across the front body. Keep lifting, lifting through those arms. As we exhale, hinging at your hips, folding forwards, bringing the forehead down to the mat. See if you can allow those hands to come over the head. You should feel a lovely release here in the shoulders. Inhale, coming back up to center. Beautiful. So we're going to come into a little toe balance. So if you're ready, we're just going to tuck our toes underneath us. Try and get all 10 toes connected with the ground. Lengthen up through the spine. Again, awareness to the core. Find a drishti point. So begin to focus that mind and bringing your hands to your heart center. Belly button draws in, shoulders relax. Keep lifting onto the balls of the feet. So if you can, come a little higher, actively squeezing through the thighs. Finding stillness, finding focus. Gently releasing the hands down. So feel free to drop the knees and just release off through the feet if they're getting a little tired. We're going to have a go at playful balance, and I can't promise I'm going to be able to do it because I've already tried and failed once. So the cat's coming to distract me, but we'll have a little go. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our right leg forwards and we're going to squeeze actively through the thighs, pressing, Coco, out the way through the balls of the feet. So again, find your awareness, find your focus, find your drishti point. Squeeze, 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 activate the core, lift one hand. Keep squeezing. If you feel like you can, we're going to lift the other. So no, not for me. Keep practicing. If you come out, or try again. Right, I'm going to give up on that side. We're going to try on the other side and see if it's better. So this is very tricky, very early in class, but it's fun to have a little bit of a play. I told you it would be a surprise where we're going. This cat is really not helping. So really activate, squeeze through the thighs. You might find one side a lot trickier than the other. Hopefully you're not watching me and you're all just happily doing this balance all by yourselves. Gently release. So bringing the hands down, apologies for my rubbish demonstrations this morning. Bottoms come up, let's come into Uttanasana. Forward fold, give those legs a little shake. Stretching them out. This is a good start to my free flow this morning. Beautiful. When you're ready, coming to a stillness, find that length in the spine. So really lengthening, lengthening, lengthening. Exhale, a little bend in the knees, just early on in the practice. Allow the head to come down to the thighs. Give the head a little shake. And a little nod. Just make sure there's no tension in that neck. And just let everything go. So feeling the backs of the legs, the hamstrings all beginning to stretch, beginning to release. And then gently coming back. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our hands forwards and just drop back down onto our knees into our tabletop. Spread through your fingers, bringing the wrists below your shoulders. So gently have a sense of externally rotating your arms. So this is moving round, activating the forearms. Beautiful. As we inhale, let's take the right leg back onto the ball of the feet, rock it backwards and forwards. We're going to come from here into a side hip opening, so bring that right leg all the way around, dropping it down to the ground. Take it back into a little stretch of those adductor muscles. I'm going to remove the spider from my mat. Go away. Beautiful. Breathing nice and deeply into this area here. You want two toes coming up to the ceiling. Keep rolling this thigh out. Keeping the hips nice and square. Breathing. So all in this groin area, the inside of our thighs. Again, awareness to core. Lovely. Rock it back forwards. Keep that leg where it is. We're just going to try a few little leg lifts here. So this is you're going to feel this in your glute. Ground down into your hands as you inhale, lifting that leg. Try and keep the weight in the arms the same. Keep lifting, keep lifting, keep lifting. Breathing deeply. Gently release. So quite a strong one. Let's try again. So again, ground down through the hands. Activate through the core if you feel you can. We're going to lift that leg off the ground. Keep pressing through the heel. Keep lifting with a straight leg. This will really work into the glute. Keep lifting, keep lifting. I know it's horrible, I'm sorry. One more breath. Beautiful, release it back down. Let's sink those hips back one more time. This time walk the hands forwards. Relax down over your thigh. Nice deep breaths. Beautiful, coming forwards again, pressing it back up. Taking that leg all the way back. This time drop your right heel down. And take sweep the right arm up all the way over. So we're into our side plank variation. Taking this left leg just behind you. Extending the right leg. Let's do a few little crunches here. So inhale, lengthen through the toes and the fingers. Exhale, squeeze the elbow to the knee. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, squeeze. And again, inhale, really lengthen. Exhale, squeeze and hold. So really squeeze, 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 squeeze. Keep lifting this knee up. Keep squeezing, keep squeezing, keep squeezing. Beautiful. Exhale, release, windmill that right arm all the way over. Pivot the hips back so they're square. And take the right knee under the hip again, back into your tabletop. So we'll take that all on the other side. Just going to spin around. So again, let's press into the forearms and let's externally rotate our upper arms here. Beautiful. So left leg comes back, have a little rock backwards and forwards. As we inhale, we're going to sweep that leg all the way round. So we've got our ankle, our knee and our hip in a nice straight line. Exhale, taking that stretch back. So feeling the stretch into these adductors. Toes can point up to the ceiling. Keep the hips and everything else nice and square, nice and aligned on the mat, on the floor. Just breathing really deeply. Hopefully really feel nice. I think it's a nice stretch into these muscles here. Stay with the breath, nice smooth breaths. When you're ready, inhale, rock the body forwards, press back up, keep the leg where it is. It's fun time again, so ground down into the hands. And on an inhale, let's lift that leg. Oh, this side's sore for me. Press through the toes, press through the heel. Try not to lean over too much to the right. Keep lifting, keep lifting. Inhaling. Exhaling. Oh, it's sore. One more breath, lift a little higher. Exhale, gently release. So you might be like me, you might find one side you're much tighter than the other. It's all about your hips and your glutes. Maybe you've gone for a run, maybe you've been to the gym. You should feel something there. So we're going to go one more time. So again, set yourself up, really draw that navel in. So everything else is lovely and strong. When you're ready, lifting through the left hip. Keep lifting, keep lifting. Inhaling. Exhaling. Can you lift a little higher? Well done everyone, one more breath. Gently release. Oh, that should feel nice. Let's send our hips back to our heels. Walk the hands forwards and release down. Some nice deep breaths, nice deep releasing. Keep those shoulders relaxed, find some softness. And when you're ready, rock the body back forwards, lifting up onto the forearms. And then taking that leg all the way back, we're going to drop the left heel. We're going to windmill our left arm all the way up and over. Pivot the right toes behind you, lift the left leg. So we're going to go for those crunches. So inhale, lengthen, press through the balls of the feet, the tips of the fingers. Exhale, squeeze. Elbow comes to knee. Again, inhale to lengthen. Exhale, squeeze, elbow comes to knee. One last time, really reach, really lengthen, open through the heart. Exhale, squeeze and hold. So keep lifting this knee, keep lifting, lifting, lifting. Breathing deeply, squeezing, squeezing. And exhale, release. Windmill that arm all the way around, pivot the hips, bringing everything back into a tabletop. Let's just rock those hips from side to side, releasing everything. Well done, everyone. So hopefully you'll feel a little bit more awake in the legs, in the glutes, in the hamstrings. So let's bring in a little bit of arm work, core work. So that's coming to our downward facing dog. Whenever you're ready, we're going to spread through those hands. Bring awareness to the base of the thumb and index finger. Make sure your hands are lovely and flat on your mat. Tucking through those toes, belly comes in, hips come back. Rolling into downward facing dog. So you can have a little walk of your dog. Whatever feels good. Rock the hips if you want to. Give the head a little shake. Beautiful. So just relaxing into your downward dog, working those heels down to the ground, finding a little bit of stillness. 3 nice deep breaths here. Inhaling. Exhale, heels come down. Inhaling. Exhale, shoulder blades wrap around the back. Final breath, inhaling. Exhaling, pressing into the hands. Next, inhale, rock your body forwards into your high plank. Press the heels away, press the ground away. Navel comes to spine. Inhaling. Exhaling, nice and high on these tippy toes. Press it back, downward facing dog. Beautiful, well done everyone. So from here, keeping our hands where they are, we're just going to lower our forearms all the way down in a nice straight line, coming into our dolphin. So weight is in the shoulders here, shoulders and forearms lovely and activated. If it feels okay, you can have a little go at walking your feet in just a little bit closer. Staying with the breath. Exhale, take it back. We're going to go all the way back into our forearm plank. So legs come back, body rocks forward, bottom drops down. Keep that neck in line with the spine. Keep activating through the forearms, through the shoulders, belly draws in. Beautiful. Exhale, gently lowering down into your sphinx, opening through the chest. You might want to take those hands forward just a smidge. Allow the shoulders to relax, breathing into that lower back. That should feel really nice. Opening across the front body. Beautiful. Exhale, I want you to come all the way down. Releasing your forehead to the mat. Taking your hands underneath your shoulders, so your elbows are sticking up into the air. We're going to do some cobra lifts coming into an upward dog at the end. So as you inhale, squeeze the legs together, squeeze the glutes, lift the chest, lengthen through the arms, shoulders relax. Exhale, lower down. And again, inhaling, open the body. Exhale, lower down. Be aware of what your shoulders are doing. One more time, inhaling. Exhaling. Beautiful. So option to come into that again. Otherwise, shuffle your hands back so they're level with your chest. We're going to come into an upward dog. So inhale, lengthen through the arms. Thighs come off the ground. Shoulders relaxing. Nice deep breaths. Beautiful, everyone. Squeezing through the glutes, working into the lower back. As we exhale, let's roll over our toes. All the way back, downward facing dog. Where am I going? I'm going off my mat. I'm just going to walk forwards. So breathing here, nice deep breaths, inhaling. And exhaling, lovely. Taking the gaze to the front of your mat. Let's gently walk on our tippy toes. All the way between our hands. Exhale, release the heels, coming down. Inhale, lengthen. Shoulder blades squeeze together. Exhale, fold. One more time, inhaling. Find a little bit more length. Really squeeze, hollow out through the belly. Exhale, can you fold a little bit deeper? Uttanasana. Rooting down to rise up, bend through the knees, sweeping those arms up. Nice and wide. Exhale, hands come down to the heart space. Into Tadasana. So lovely, everyone. Taking a couple of breaths here, grounding down. Soles of the feet rooting into the mat, shoulders relaxed, palms facing forwards. As we inhale, we're going to sweep those arms back out nice and wide. Hands come to prayer, gaze comes up as we exhale, hinging at our hips, coming down with a nice flat back. Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift, length through the spine. Exhale, plant the hands, step the right leg back. We're going to ground down into this left foot, keeping this back knee lifted. Activate through the core, squeeze the inner thighs together, come up into your high lunge. Arms nice and high, shoulders relaxed. Keep lifting this back leg, tuck through the tailbone, hug the lower ribs in. Reaching, reaching, reaching. Beautiful. Sinking deeper, we're going to make our way into Warrior 3. So bring the awareness into your left foot. Gently float the body forwards. Reaching with those fingers. Keep those biceps up by ears. Press through the balls of the back foot. See if you can come down into a nice T shape. Inhale, releasing it all the way back. High lunge. Sinking deeper. Beautiful, everyone. So from here, I just want you to take that the back foot in slightly. I'm just going to shuffle back because we're going to come to half moon. So same process, but this time, lifting that back leg, floating the left hand all the way down, sweeping that right arm all the way around as we open the hip, reaching the fingers to the ceiling, coming onto the fingertips of the left hand, maybe even floating your fingertips off the floor. Beautiful. Exhale. Gently release all the way back into a Warrior 2. So shuffle your feet if you need to. I'm going to spin around actually. So we want nice open hips. Let back of the right foot parallel with your mat, sinking down. Gaze comes over your middle fingers, shoulders relaxed. Torso aligned above your hips. Inhaling. Exhale, sink deeper. Beautiful. Let's reverse the warrior, leaning forwards, reaching up and back, taking that right hand all the way round onto the left thigh. If you can, keep that chest open. Don't lose the lunge in this left leg. Exhale, release it back. Warrior 2. Straighten off through the left leg. So coming to Trikonasana now, I want you to really hinge from this point here with your hips. So arms are nice and long, and you're going to hinge with those hips as you lean. Reaching as far as you can when you can't reach anymore. Arms can windmill down. So keep this right shoulder lovely and open. What we don't want to see is this kind of thing. We want our right fingertips all the way up to the sky. Shoulder lovely and open. If you were to look at me from side on, hopefully I'd look quite nice and flat, so we're not sticking our bottoms out or leaning forwards. We're neatly aligned, keeping a little micro bend in the knees if you've got any hypermobility. Beautiful. Inhale, coming back up. Well done, everybody. Turning those left toes to face the side of your mat. Hands come to the hips, opening through the heart. Exhale, hinging at your hips. Coming into your wide-legged forward fold. So releasing your hands when you feel ready. You can adjust the stance of your feet. Let's take a little bit of a sway from side to side. I want to keep today's class nice and fluid, so we're not stuck anywhere for too long, making our way down as far as we can release to the mat. I can see everything that's under my sofa, which is a little bit of a worry. So if you want a little bit of a deeper stretch, take your hands to the outside of your feet, draw the chest down, the head down. And gently release, so walking those hands forward, nice long spine, heel toe the feet in slightly, and then bring one hand and the other to the hips as we come up with a nice long spine, bending the left knee, stepping them together. So we're going to have a little go at a balance before we flow on the other side. So I want you to come into your dancer's pose. So I'll come side on onto the mat. We're going to ground down into our left leg. And we're going to just pick up our right foot. So taking hold of the inside of our foot, so our thumb is pointing backwards. Hips are square, thighs are together. Reach your left arm up. And as you exhale, hinging at your hips. Pressing your foot into your hand. Reaching with the left fingers. Keep lifting that right leg. Breathing deeply, finding your drishti point. Keep lifting, keep breathing. Beautiful, one more breath. Inhale, let's come up nice and slowly. Bring the knees back together. And then gently releasing, hugging that right knee up into the chest. Exhale, release. Give everything a little shake. Beautiful, well done guys. So we're going to save the other side for the other side of the flow. Just because we're being crazy today. So come back to the front of your mat. Into Tadasana, grounding down through the feet. Tuck the tailbone in, hug your belly in. Shoulders relax as you inhale, sweeping those arms up. As you exhale, hinging with your hips, folding forwards and down. Uttanasana, inhale, halfway lift. I want to see these shoulder blades wrapping around the back. Exhale, plant the hands down. This time we're going to step it back with our left leg. Sinking those hips. I'm really hoping this isn't the side I did last time. So engaging through the core, firing everything up. Inhale, sweeping those arms up above us. Reaching with the fingers, sinking down into our high lunge. Make sure this back knee is lifted, back heel is lovely and high. Exhale, hug the ribs in. We're going to make our way into our balance. So again, finding your drishti point, use your core as you rock the body forwards, lifting through the left leg. Reaching through the fingers, biceps by ears, press through the ball of that back foot. Staying lovely and strong in this right leg. Keep dipping the chest, keep lifting the back leg. One more breath, inhaling. Exhale, float it all the way back. Reaching up with the fingers. Let's make our way into half moon. So this time we'll just bring that back foot in a little bit closer. I've spun around just so I can see you guys. Reaching with the fingers, we're going to come through the same transition. So lift the back leg, reach the fingers forward, but this time we're going to release our right hand and our left hand all the way down. Right hand, fingertips to the floor. Left arm windmills backwards as we lift our left leg, opening through the hip. So gently transition your gaze. Opening, lifting through those left fingers, pressing through the balls of the left foot. Can you, maybe, maybe not, hover the right fingers off the floor. Keeping that shoulder nice and open, not like that. And then nice and gracefully bending, not like me, into that right leg. Bring it all the way back to warrior two. This is all going wrong today. I wish I knew how to crop and edit my videos. Relaxing down, warrior two, shoulders relaxed. Fingertips reaching, sinking nice and deep. So opening through those hips. Well done, everybody. Nice deep breath, inhaling. Exhaling, keeping these shoulders and hips aligned. Reversing the warrior, reaching forwards, rolling back. Opening the chest, you can bring that left hand behind, all the way onto the right thigh. Don't lose the lunge, sink lower down. Open the heart. Beautiful, exhale, release. Back into warrior two. Then we're going to lengthen through this right leg as we make our way to Trikonasana. So again, your hinge point is here at this hip crease. So begin to lean, hinging at those hips. Keep leaning. You can't lean any further. Windmill your arms into Trikonasana. Left shoulder lovely and open. So don't worry if you're up here, guys. Keep that shoulder open. Don't roll forwards to go deeper into the bend. Some lovely deep breaths, remembering to be mindful of those knees. Keeping a little micro bend if you need to. Beautiful, inhale, coming all the way back up. Lovely, guys, turning those right toes to face the side, hands to the hips, and we're just going to heel toe the feet in. Beautiful, so standing nice and tall, let's take our dancers on the other side. So this time we're going to ground down into our right leg. Remembering this Uddiyana Bandha, our core, picking up the inside of our left foot. Reaching the right hand up, keep the thighs together to begin with, and then hinging at your hips, pressing the foot into the hand, finding your drishti point, lifting through the leg. Keep lifting, keep pressing. Gently releasing. As we went in, try and bring that knee all the way up for a nice big squeeze. Exhale, take it all the way back down. Give those legs a little shake. Beautiful, back to the front of your mat. Into Tadasana, grounding down. Inhale, sweeping the arms. Exhale, hinging at the hips, forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, plant the hands, step or jump both legs back into high plank. Inhaling here. Bring those hands underneath your shoulders. Exhale, take a Chaturanga. Inhale. Roll over those toes, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. So allow the feet to come, the heels to come down, spread through those fingers. Let everything go. So we're going to come back into our lovely, lovely dolphin. So when you're ready, forearms come down. Grounding down into the hands, into the forearms, pressing those hips back. Maybe you want to walk your feet in a little bit further. You can maybe just play with rocking the body weight into those forearms, coming up onto the tiptoes of the feet. See what it feels like to take that weight into the forearms. Beautiful, taking it back. We're going to see if we can lift back up into downward dog, so pressing into both hands at the same time. Oh, not me. Can you lift your elbows off the floor together? Beautiful. Take the knees out nice and wide. Let's send it back into child's pose, allowing the chest to come down. If you want to help out the shoulders here, we're going to just take the hands to prayer and release them onto the back of our neck. Gently just rolling the body back up. Oh, right, so apologies for all my failings today in my demonstration, but that's the whole point of yoga. Sometimes your balance is spot on, sometimes it's not there at all, and it's not a competition, it's just your own practice. So yeah, anything goes. You just have to laugh it off. If it's not your day, we'll just carry on going, obviously. So I just wanted to have a little play with some donkey kicks. So the prep for handstand. So we're not going to come up into handstands because we've not got walls or people to support us. But maybe if you have space at home, you want to try this. Let's start with some donkey kicks first, just to get used to taking our body weight in our hands. So coming into a downward dog, really make sure you've got that forearm engagement, that core engagement. And we just take a nice big step in with one leg, right leg comes back, and just begin to rock. So I just want you to rock forwards and backwards. If you feel you can, have a little go at kicking up. So you just want to take a little bend in the elbows, transfer the body weight up, and then lift the right leg up to the sky. So see how long you can float off the ground for. See if you can land nice and gently. Maybe have a go on the unnatural side. You'll probably find you won't come up as high or at all or as gracefully, so have a little go. No, see, I can't do that side, I can only do the right. So just have a little play. Maybe you'll find you can float just for a couple of seconds, something to try. If you've got a wall, obviously, use that wall, you'll feel a bit more secure. You can kick a little higher up and not worry about flipping over, but something to play with at home. I quite enjoy working towards handstand. I'm still not there. I can do it against the wall, I couldn't do it in the middle of the room. But I suggest you all have a little play. So let's just come down from our downward facing dog, through a chaturanga, all the way down, onto our bellies. Release those legs. We'll just do a little bit of releasing into the back. So head comes down to the ground, reaching the hands back, palms down. Let's come into a locust, so zipping everything up, squeeze the glutes, squeeze the thighs, forehead is down. When we inhale, we're going to lift up everything, so arms, chest and legs. So ready, inhaling. Really roll those shoulders back, reach the hands back, lifting with the legs. Keep lifting, lifting. Keep the face soft, keep looking forwards. 3 more breaths if you can. Keep squeezing, keep lifting. When you're ready, last breath. Gently release all the way down, taking your cheek to the mat. Having a little rock from side to side. So I'm going to give you the option to take another locust. So same thing again, or if you want to have a little go at Dhanurasana, so a bow pose, we're going to bend both knees. And we're going to take our hands around our ankles, around our feet or our ankles, so wherever feels good. So just shuffling yourself around so you've got that contact. Again, core engagement. Core engagement. I don't know what core engagement. So chin comes down. Big toes stay together to begin with. As you inhale, press the legs into your hands. Keep lifting. Keep lifting. Heart is open. Nice deep breaths. Let's hold this for 3 more full breaths if we can. Beautiful, last breath. And gently release. Well done, head comes down, arms come down. Just windscreen wiping your legs from side to side. Should feel really nice. And then just taking the hands down underneath your shoulders, pressing all the way back up. Let's come through child's pose, so just pausing here for a minute. Release through your spine. And gently rolling back up into a kneeling pose, so where we were to begin with. Sweeping the bottom to the side, taking the legs back out in front of you. Dandasana, so grounding down through your sit bones, through the backs of the legs. Spine is nice and long. Sitting lovely and tall. Inhale, taking your arms out to the side. Spread through your fingers. Hands are active. Exhale, hinge at your hips. Reaching to your toes. So Paschimottanasana. Releasing down, forward fold, keeping the spine nice and long. Backs of the legs working down to the ground. So if you're here, that is absolutely fine. It's lovely to have that nice long spine. Exhaling, release a little deeper each time. So lovely deep breaths, guys. Allow the body to settle. So if you feel you can come a little bit deeper, you can always just release the head and the neck onto the lap. Beautiful, and rolling back up. Lovely. So I just want to finish with a nice little bit more work into the spine. So we're going to roll down onto our backs. We're going to come into a bridge to begin with, so let's just make sure we've got that activation in the core. So make sure you've not got a gap underneath your back here. Keep the whole entire spine down onto the ground, pressing into the feet. Hands come down by your side. On an inhale, begin to ground down into the feet, rolling up through the pelvis, coming into your bridge. So when you've lifted as far as you can, just begin to roll those shoulders underneath you. You can take the hands and clasp them underneath you, pressing into the floor. Lifting through the hips. Keep squeezing and lifting. Keep that neck in line with the spine. Breathing deeply. Keep the thighs engaged. And when you're ready, we're going to gently release. So nice and gently release the shoulders. Roll that spine all the way down. So remember, no little gap. There's no arch in the spine. Releasing down. So, options are to take another bridge, absolutely fine if you want to. We're going to have a little go at the wheel. So, pressing down into your feet, we're coming into wheel. Take the arms up and bring them down. So your fingertips are pointing down underneath your shoulders. Elbows are coming up, spreading through the hands, grounding down into the feet. You can either come up onto your head first and then press up, or you can lift straight up into your wheel. Let's try and hold for 5 breaths if we can. Keep lifting. Keep trying to straighten through the arms. One more breath. When we're lowering down, we can release onto the head and just gently roll down through the body, taking the knees into the chest and rocking from side to side, letting everything go. So a nice deep squeeze. Oh, Siri. Sorry, Siri. I wasn't asking you. So lovely, keep releasing. Beautiful. So we'll just finish up with a couple of deep stretches, and then you can come down to the mat. So bringing the feet down to the ground. Take them nice and wide. Bringing your arms out by your side. Take the knees down to the right. So lovely big twist in the spine. Keep those shoulders melting down onto the ground. If you can, taking this right leg on top of your left knee. So just bring your awareness back to the breath. When you're ready, we're going to keep our right foot connected with that left knee as we rock the body back. So we've got the right foot on the left knee. We're going to thread through, taking hold of that left shin, drawing it in towards the body. So really nice deep glute stretch. Breathing into the stretch down the outside of this right knee. You can keep pressing that knee out if you want to. Make it a little bit deeper. And then releasing that left leg down. So taking the legs out nice and wide again. Taking the knees over to the left. Arms out, cactus arms. If it feels good, placing that left foot on top of the right knee. Keep these make sure the shoulders stay nice and grounded. So keeping the connection with the left foot and the right knee, rolling it back round, threading your hands through. Taking hold of the outside of your right thigh, squeezing it in towards the body so that knee's drawing in. You should feel a nice deep stretch in the left glute. So you can keep nudging that leg out a little bit more if you want it to be a bit stronger. I'm sorry that my washing machine is beeping all the time. It's just always beeping at me. It never, ever, ever, ever stops beeping at me. Beautiful, releasing the right leg down. Releasing the left leg down. Let's take both our legs just up to the sky. I want to finish with a lovely little variation of an inversion. So just keeping those legs lifted, pressing into the balls of the feet. Gently begin to hug those legs in towards you. So we're allowing that blood to just all drain from the legs. Allowing the heart just to have a little rest, not pump quite as hard. And also releasing through our hamstrings as we begin to squeeze. So you can stay here for as long as you need to. It's really nice if you've got a wall to just leave your legs up against a wall. It's a really nice kind of relaxation, stretch, a restorative pose. So from here, we'll just make our way into our Shavasana, so you can come into wherever feels good. You can take the legs into a Baddha Konasana, opening the hips. You can keep the knees bent, or you can just release along the floor, maybe on your mat. I seem to keep shuffling off of mine. Close off your eyes and just allow the body to melt. So just allow softness to take over your body, so everything's relaxing, everything's releasing. Allowing the ankles to flop out to the sides, the legs to be heavy. Allow the pelvis and the hips to sink into the floor. Let the belly be soft and the breath be natural. Visualizing your arms sinking down into the earth as your shoulders melt down to the floor. And finally, just allow the face and the head to completely let go. Let everything be slow. Let everything be calm. Let everything be still. Staying here as long as you want to. Thank you all very much for joining me today. Namaste.